Hello, all the future officers. Myself Drishti Goyal, and I welcome you all to yet another session of SSB Crack Talks. So आज हम बात करने वाले हैं एक ऐसे शख्स के साथ जो मानते हैं कि हार एक ऐसा सबक है जो आपको बेहतर होने का मौका देती है, और उन्होंने इन्हीं पंक्तियों पे अमल करते हुए अपनी हर हार के साथ खुद को बेहतर किया और फाइनली CDS 1 2022 एंट्री के लिए अपने 6th अटेम्प्ट में रिकमेंड हुए और अब बहुत जल्द ऑफिसर्स ट्रेनिंग अकेडमी चेन्नई ज्वाइन करने वाले हैं. So let us welcome Mr. Prakash Kumar to know how he kept himself motivated throughout all his failures and finally tasted the fruit of success. Hi Prakash, how are you?
I am fine, ma'am. Good morning.
Very good morning and congratulations for your recommendation.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, can you please tell us something about yourself?
Myself Prakash Kumar. I have done my schooling from Rashtriya Military School, Bangalore. I have completed my 12th from there. I completed my 12th in 2019, and till 2022 I have just completed my graduation from Patliputra University. And ma'am, I have been preparing for defense exams since 2018 or 2019. My first SSB was on 2019. So as I am from Rashtriya Military School, as we are prepared to join for the defense forces. So it was my only motivation. It was the motivation what I had to join for the defense forces, because I have been to that routine that not that olive green uniform, but at school we have our uniforms, we have our badges that we get as a house vice captain or something. So I had been through that. Along with that, ma'am, there has been many things which has driven me through all my process, and that's how I came to be at SSB and finally got recommended.
Right. So as I know that you have got recommended in your 6th attempt and you have seen all the 3 phases, like being screened out, being conferenced out, and finally getting recommended. So how was that phase and how you kept yourself motivated after so many failures that yes, you can do it and finally made it?
Yes, ma'am, I have been through all that, and it's like it was my first attempt when I was conferenced out. So that was the very first time I had tasted failure after a long time. So it was a bit a difficult pill to swallow, because I had to go back from Bhopal to school. So I was the first, means in our batch, I was the first one who was getting the conference out. So it was very hard to go to the school, that school mein jaake what I would do, what people will think, and that kind of thing. But it was, ma'am, it was handed graciously by my friends and all that. Koi baat nahi, if it didn't happen, doesn't mean that it's not meant to be happen. It will happen. And basically, ma'am, in my last attempt, I got screened out. That was that I feel was the toughest of the phase. That I thought that my dream is shattered now. That I won't be able to make it to NDA, because we were at school where we were living the dream that ek din NDA jana hai, that I need to go to NDA. That academy was life for us. So it was shattered. But after some time, ma'am, I came back to home. So I just processed myself. What are more ways so that I can get it through it. So I did a research or kind of research into that, because I just knew that after 12th NDA hi jana hota hai. I didn't knew that बाकी चीजें भी होती हैं. So I thought of कि चलो ठीक है, let's see what all options I can avail. And my teachers and my friends supported and helped me in that. कि okay, these are all the things what you can do after your 12th and all. So I did my graduation in BA, in political science honors. Along with that, ma'am, getting throughout the motivation through it was, ma'am, I was more into I started reading some books. So I got more interested in Hindi literature, because that was the language which I feel has more weight. Like in English, I didn't felt so comfortable. So I started reading Hindi literature. So I always used to read Hindi literature like Dinkar, Nirala, or anyone, Premchand. So I was more into that, and from that those are the stories which are from our surroundings. From that story, you can derive the motivation any point of time. So that was the constant source of motivation. And along with that one, it's like it's human tendency of mind that if you have 2 options, you will go for the second one. But I didn't had my second option. I just had only one option. Mujhe yahi jana, and I will do that. So I think that only option has pushed me doing that, because ye nahi to kuch aur.
Right. So that was like very strong motivation you had, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So before talking about your SSBs, I like to talk about your returns. As you have cleared all the returns, be it NDA, FCAT, CDS. तो जो भी बच्चे returns के लिए preparation कर रहे हैं, any suggestions for them? Like particularly what type of routine they can have for the preparation of the written exams? क्योंकि you know that a very less amount of people are able to clear the returns as well. So please highlight something about that.
And I would suggest them a single thing, ma'am, that what I have followed throughout my written. Focus on the thing which you are good at. Don't focus on that कि जो नहीं आता उसको पढ़ना है ज़्यादा. No, read those things which you are very good at. Like I was very good at GS wala section. So I focused more on that. Like in NDA, I just used to do 40 questions and I used to clear the maths wala cutoff. After that, ma'am, I used to go for the GAT. In GAT section, I would be getting around 300, 320 marks. So it would be around, overall, I would be getting 400, 420, 430 marks. So that was not a big deal for me. So what I would suggest is focus on the best part, what you can do. And just if you think this portion is not for me, you can skip it off because syllabus इतना बड़ा है, इतना लंबा है, आप अगर एक पोर्शन छोड़ देते हो उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है क्योंकि दूसरे पोर्शन है उसको पढ़ने के लिए और आप में आप अगर मेहनत करते हो आप अपने पॉजिटिव्स पे रहते हो तो आप श्योरली क्रैक कर लोगे एग्जाम को. Along with that, ma'am, टाइम मैनेजमेंट सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी हो जाती है. Like at times people feel कि it's been a monotonous routine, boring वाला routine, so you need to add up some mixture to it. Like in the morning time, it's like everybody says ki, go out for run or something. I don't suggest ki go out for run. Just wake up in the morning. Just go out. Just don't make it a compulsion that you need to run. Just go out and look outside. कि बाहर क्या क्या दिख रहा है. It's more than enough to calm and peace your mind. And just you need to find your place ki where the place I belong to. Don't fit into others' shoes. That वो ऐसे कर रहा है उसका हो गया तो मेरा भी ऐसे होगा. No, that won't happen. That won't happen anytime. So it's just कि you need to find your place. Where is your place? Where you are lagging? You need to do that. So make some groups like in studies. Like at any point of time you can call up कि मुझे ये नहीं समझ आ रहा. Please make me understand this. So all these things, if anybody can inculcate, like as a routine, I don't follow any routine. To be honest, I don't follow. I just keep in mind कि क्या क्या करने हैं मुझे दिन में, and I just do it. जब मेरा मन होता है, I do it. But it's more. But it's more कि what you need, what you have done, what you have decided for yourself. At the end of the day, when you are going to bed, you need to be completing that. So that's the main thing I followed.
So basically for returns you followed your stronger areas, right? You played around them only. कि जो आता है उसको और strong करके चले जाओ और एग्जाम लिखाओ, खत्म बात.
है ना?
जैसे अभी आपने बताया कि you have thought of some things that should be included in the day. चाहे आपने प्लान नहीं किया था बट ये चीजें करनी है तो can you highlight some of those things कि जो करना ही चाहिए एक दिन में?
Yes, ma'am. First thing is, ma'am, first and foremost is your studies. आपको पढ़ना ही है दिन में. मतलब you need not to have any excuse for that. कि आज वहां चला गया, कल वहां चला गया. No, it doesn't matter आप कहाँ हो, कैसे हो. You need to. It's like ना we take more of the breaks. कि थोड़ा ना break मिलता है तो we tend to कि चलो आज break ले लेते हैं, कल पढ़ लेंगे. So you need not to do that. एक घंटे की भी पढ़ाई करनी हो, whether it's from YouTube only, just just watch the video and just keep something in mind. क्योंकि दिमाग में अगर दिन में कुछ पूरे दिन में कुछ दिमाग में जाता है तो it's fine. क्योंकि वो पूरा फंक्शन होता है. अदरवाइज इट्स की एक दिन पढ़ा 4 दिन ब्लैंक, 5 दिन बिल्कुल पढ़ा अच्छे से 8-8 10-10 घंटे, अगले दिन पूरा ब्लैंक. नो, डोंट डू इट द ब्लैंक वे बिकॉज आई रिमेंबर माई सेल्फ मैम, इट्स अराउंड 4 years or something being I am preparing from 2018. I don't think I would have taken a break of any day. So it's just कि I would read something or else, कुछ भी हो, like न्यूज़पेपर हो, कोई किताब हो, कहीं से कुछ भी मिल गया उठा के पढ़ लो थोड़ी देर के लिए, because brain keeps on functioning with that. So I felt कि if you do that, think it would be more of that.
Okay, and except from that,
along with that, ma'am, studies के बाद ma'am, first and foremost, second thing what I think is that is most important, that you need to keep yourself happy, because you need not to be getting demotivated around the people, like वो ऐसे कह रहा है कि उसका नहीं हुआ, मेरे किसी दोस्त का हो गया, मेरा क्यों नहीं हो रहा. You just need to be happy in your space. कि चलो, if I find, for me it was like in going for a walk in the evening was happiness for me. Going the Ganga river flows by my house, so I just go for a walk in the evening and I come back and half an hour sit there for some peace time for me. it's called my, I used to call me it's me time. So no
Right.
disturbance at that point, almost nothing. Just go there, sit, calm your head and think what you need to do. So I found it that was my happy time. So I used to do it daily. अगर मैं पढ़ूं ना पढ़ूं, doesn't matter. दिन में पढ़ा या नहीं पढ़ा, but वहां से आने के बाद I used to study. I used to study for sure. क्योंकि there I used to get my peace of mind. So second thing is मैम is about being happy. बाहर से pressure बहुत आएगा कि ये कर लो, ये नहीं तो ये कर लो, ये कर लो, दूसरी चीजें कर लो. But you need to make it sure कि कुछ करना या नहीं करना. I need to be happy. So it's like कि we find happiness कि चलो दोस्त से बात करके happiness हो जाती है. ठीक है, वो हैप्पीनेस ठीक है, पेरेंट्स के साथ रहने से हैप्पीनेस आती है, वो ठीक है. बट यू नीड टू मेक योरसेल्फ, लाइक आई यूज्ड टू डू सम कुकिंग. मैम मैंने कुकिंग सीखी थी, क्योंकि बना के मतलब दूसरों को भले नहीं खिलाना बट खुद खा लेता था. उससे बहुत खुशी मिलती थी. सो आई यूज्ड टू फाइंड दैट स्मॉल पार्ट ऑफ द हैप्पीनेस कहीं से मिले, जस्ट टेक इट अप, क्योंकि दैट एट लास्ट दैट वुड बी वर्थ.
Okay, so those were really kind words and like I think ये सबसे अच्छी बात है ना, जब हम खुद खुश है तो हम अपने आप को प्रेजेंट भी उतने अच्छे से कर पाएंगे फिर.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
The more happy you are, the more better you will strive for your goal.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, very like good motivation you have given to the viewers. Thank you so much for that. And I'll come back to your SSB part. Okay, as you said, screening like shattered your dreams at that time, and after that also you got screened out once again. So what strategies you followed that finally you know that now you won't get screened out maybe, और कैसे आपने वो कॉप अप किया उससे कि ठीक है यार स्क्रीन आउट भी हुए तब भी विल फाइट बैक, और क्या स्ट्रेटजी फॉलो करके you finally got in?
स्ट्रेटजी तो मेरी होती थी कि मैम, as we all reach a day before our hotels at SSB place, so I used to sit in a room in my hotel room and I used to take a page, white paper, बिल्कुल plain white page. I used to imagine a story, imagine a picture and write a story into it. और मैं ना वो story रट लेता था कि बिल्कुल I used to write it down कि चलो यही अगर आई ना कल स्टोरी तो यही चाहिए मजा कर. So
Okay.
in screening, it's basically they are not testing your personality at all. They are just looking for a fire. If you have that fire, they will take you up. कि ठीक है, इसको ले लेते हैं, इसको आगे टेस्ट करेंगे. That's not your testing phase. So there you can do it. That रट्टा मार के you can do that. Like रट्टा मार के एग्जाम में पास भी तो होते थे. So at that point you can do that. So I used to do that कि I used to make a story. कल अगर story अगर हल्की सी भी कहीं से भी अगर मिलता जुलता आ गया तो I would do that. मतलब I would write that story. It's not like कि पूरा completely opposite story हो तो नहीं लिख के आता था. It's like कि क्योंकि उसको बोलने से it was better कि when I used to narrate that story, I won't fumble up. And I think, ma'am, in screening process, I think if you don't fumble up in your narration, I think you would be screened in. What I feel, that's the main point. You will do your reasoning good, just do your OIR test well, and just narrate it out without any hesitation and without any stoppage in the between. I think that is more than to get you screened in.
Okay, great. So about your OIR, as you said, OIR like practice करके गए होगे आप भी. So how you practice for OIR and what are most important topics that you should focus on, like for those who are going for the first time?
Yes, ma'am. Earlier there were OIRs like there would be two class, there would be given a set of pictures and each which class they belong to, A or B. So I used to practice, and second one was dice ones, because dice ones were the tricky ones. Because मुझे भी नहीं पता था कि dice ones करते कैसे हैं. In SSB when I went there, they explained it कि अच्छा इसको ऐसे ना you can twist it 2 times. मुझे पता था कि एक ही time twist करना होता है. So that was the thing I learned in SSB कि अच्छा वहाँ पे ऐसे भी करते हैं क्या, मुझे तो पता ही नहीं था. So it was like कि OIR you need to practice because you need to be really quick at OIR. Like I went to Kapurthala this time. So there was OIR. OIR was not that hard, but it was lengthy. You need to connect the dots कि अच्छा इसके बाद क्या करना है. So it was the first time what I faced in OIR कि I could not able to complete the OIR. Like out of 45, I completed only 39 to 40 OIRs. So at that, yes ma'am, because I was prepared. Then also I could able to do that. Could able to do 40 only. So that was a bit tricky and challenging for me. So that I would suggest कि whenever you are going for SSB, just prepare your OIR well. Because I think in your PIQ there is a column for OIR also. On that basis, interviewing officer will be there judging you. कि इसका OIR अच्छा है, means he has got some intelligence. So इससे intelligence वाले question पूछो. अगर if your OIR is not good, तो he would also be like कि ठीक है चलो इसको बस करके निकालो.
Right. Okay. Now, you have been to 6 different boards, right? You have been for 6 times into the SSBs. So, which board you like the most and why? And what are the suggestions for those who need to choose their boards? कि किस basis पे they should decide?
मैम अपनी प्ले घर से जितनी दूरी कम हो उस पे डिसाइड करता था, क्योंकि
Mm-hmm.
I was not I would go I don't I never kept expectations and hopes कि चलो रिकमेंड होके ही आना है. I was like कि
Okay.
ठीक है, अगर नहीं हुए ना तो यहाँ से घर आने में जल्दी आसानी होती है. Like Varanasi was 4 hours. Varanasi board was 4 hours. It take 4 hours from Patna to Varanasi journey. So I used to
Mm-hmm.
take कि चलो कोई बात नहीं, अगर स्क्रीन आउट हो गए तो 2 बजे स्क्रीन आउट होऊंगा, 3 बजे ट्रेन है, 7 बजे घर पहुंच जाऊंगा रात तक, तो चैन मिल जाएगा, थोड़ा शांति मिल जाएगी. If so, मैम, I used to take upon my distance. जो मेरा जो होता था कि जहाँ पे जा सकूं आसानी से, I could reach. Like आर्मी में you don't have choice to select. Like this one was
Right.
Kapurthala. So it was
Mm-hmm.
a very hectic journey, ma'am. I had to go to Delhi first. Delhi से मैम आना है Jalandhar. Jalandhar में you need to stop at night. In the morning you need to take a train and reach to Kapurthala station. From Kapurthala station to you need to the center. So that was a very hectic one. This time, ma'am, I got, it was around 6:15 or 20. I reached there. Reporting time was 6. Though they allowed, because the Kapurthala board is very far from that original place, so they
Mm-hmm.
allowed it. No issues till 7. It's reporting time. You can come at any time.
Okay, great.
Yes, ma'am. So I would suggest them कि plan your journey accordingly. A day before I would suggest, एक दिन पहले चले जाओ, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता वहाँ पे. And along with that ज्यादा मतलब थोड़ा हेड को शांत करके ना टेंशन लेके नहीं जाना होता. I feel कि ठीक है, हो गया तो ठीक है, नहीं हुआ तो भी क्या दिक्कत है, अगले टाइम्स तो हैं ही मेरे.
Right.
So it need to go that way. And by the way, Kapurthala board has been shifted now. Mine was the last batch of 31 SSB Kapurthala. So
Okay.
candidates would be reporting to Kapurthala. They need to report to Jalandhar now. So in Jalandhar, there is a new center being made. Everything is shifted there. When I was staying there for medicals, everything was shifted. So they all need to report Jalandhar now. So it's a better place and accessible place. So that would be
Right.
an easy move for them.
Okay. So any suggestion for those who would be going for Kapurthala board?
Yes, ma'am. One suggestion about, ma'am, only one suggestion I would like to give, that you need to do your OIR really quick, because that would be a lengthy one, but you need to be quicker than them. So
Mm-hmm.
if you do OIR well, I think Kapurthala, ma'am, 80% of screening is done on basis of that OIR. Because I have
Right.
seen those who completed 40 to 42 OIRs, they all were screened in. Because I interacted with them and they said कि यार इतने करे थे, पूरा तो नहीं हो पाया, but इतने करे थे, मैं हो गया. So I feel कि जिसने OIR अच्छा करा था, they all got screened in.
Okay. Okay, now I'll talk about how you prepared for SSB. Like you said, you have done self-preparation. And after getting failures and then improvements, how was the journey and how you prepared for that?
I preparing most of the time, I prepare, what I used to prepare is that to take suggestions from my friends, because
Mm-hmm.
they are the ones who know me, because they were in school we were 7 years we were together, so they know each and every part of me. So I would just call them and ask कि थोड़ा बता कहाँ पे improve करूँ. तो friends are always like अरे कोई बात नहीं, improve तो क्या करना, अफसर पहले से तू. So I would say नहीं ये अफसर बाद में बनूंगा, पहले बता तो क्या करूँ improve. So they would tell some things कि ठीक है, this time I have seen this improvement in you, this thing you need to improve a bit. And second thing, ma'am, I used to मतलब I don't introspect much about myself, but I used to introspect when I used to come back from SSB. कि इस बार क्या गलती कर दी वहाँ पे जाके. So I used to introspect a lot. कि after SSB 4 or 5 days I would be in a silent place, introspecting myself, writing everything what I have done, what answers I gave, or what I should have given the answers. So after that, I used to keep a separate notebook for that. उसको हर बार SSB जाने से पहले I used to look कि अच्छा इस पिछली बार करी थी, इस बार नहीं करना है, दूसरी गलती कर दो, it's accepted, but same नहीं करके आनी. So I did it that way, man.
So you keep on improving one of your mistakes, and finally you were like with the no mistakes, or maybe got recommended finally, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay. So which one was your favorite task? Like, is it GT, IO, or your psych test? And which one was the weaker section where you need to work more?
My favorite was, ma'am, interview was my favorite one, because
Mm-hmm.
there you can express khul ke, you can express anything, because it's one-on-one conversation, so you can express it khul ke. And the difficulty where I faced, ma'am, I find it in a psychology test, ma'am. Mostly in that thing, situation reaction test. Because SRT, ma'am, my writing speed is not so good. But if I write it speed in more faster, मेरी handwriting मुझे समझ में नहीं आती. So I write it slowly. So I never completed my SRT. This time also I completed only around 48 SRTs. So that's a improvement scope, but I feel there's a scope of improvement in that.
Okay. Now talk about psych test. Like, we know that in psych test, only two things are there which we can prepare beforehand, right? One is our blank story, and other one is our SGT. So, वो आपने कैसे prepare किया?
SDT के लिए हम school time में we had our English teacher. So she used to prepare our SDT. Like, we used to write in a raw format, and she used to beautify, or she used to do it she used to write in a better way by using better vocabulary or pronunciation and all. So school time I did that. After that, ma'am, I thought if I am going for a graduation entry, that school wala won't work. So I thought I need to write it myself. Though I haven't taken help from anyone, I firstly I I wrote in a point form कि ये चीजें हैं, मुझे मेरे parents मुझे ये कहते हैं, friends ये कहते हैं, ऐसा ये होता है, मुझे मेरे बारे में ये लगता है. I wrote it in a point format, and after that because when we write in paragraph we forget कि हमें क्या और लिखना है, तो पहले point में लिख के फिर उसको paragraph में form कर लिया था मैंने. So that was my story. That was my SDT. So I wrote it. In my blank story, ma'am, I usually make a story on myself, that what I have been through, I write it the most challenging part what I have faced. That I write in my blank story. Like, I was house vice captain in school. So ma'am, there used to be a 15th August parade. So you need to be leading that parade. So उसमें क्या difficulties आई, कहाँ पे कैसे synchronize करना, hand movement, marching and all ऐसा वैसा. So I used to write that on that. Every time I used to write that story, because that was the story where I think I faced some challenge in life. So that was one of the most challenging moments which I faced.
Right. Okay. About story writing, है ना? How did you write a story? Like, initially, जैसे अभी कोई भी fresher है and they are starting preparing for SSB, तो उनको आप क्या suggestion दोगे regarding this story writing part? क्योंकि हम पता screening के लिए भी चाहिए वो sense of writing and for this stat as well. तो उसके regarding अगर आप कुछ बताओ.
Ma'am, earlier I used to write if I see a story, if I see a picture, I first used to write Rahul or Ramesh, some name, random name, and he was 18 years old boy and studying in here and there, aisa vaisa. Earlier I used to write this way only. But ma'am, I thought this one is, I think, not working for me. I thought I am not being able to express myself fully into that. Okay. So I thought why not to change the way how I write the story? Because वहाँ story लिखना है sir. You can write it any way what it is. जैसे books में भी होती हैं, बस भी तो लिख सकते हैं ना. Story तो लिखनी है. We need to express it out ourselves. So ma'am, this time there was a picture that a boy was holding an umbrella, और ऊपर से rain हो रही थी, and he was looking on that side. So I wrote a story that earlier I used to write that Ramesh was a boy, 18 years old boy coming from school. He saw that there is a raining, and he would go to his home and aisa vaisa. I did a bit different. That I made a mind की theme of story होगी ऐसी कि उसको Ramesh would be a boy, घर पे आएगा, he would tell to his mom कि मम्मी बारिश होने वाली है, पकोड़े और चाय बनाते हैं आज. So I had that theme in mind. So I started that who don't like pakoda and a cup of tea during the rainy season. So that was the main moment. That was the moment Ramesh was waiting for. He came from school and he saw that there is a rainy season outside. He went running to his home and asked his mom to make pakodas, but his mom told that कि घर में ना बेसन नहीं है, you need to bring it from market. He said, okay, I will just go and come back. We went to the market, come back taking the besan, and he helped his mom by chopping onions and peas and all to make the pakodas, and they made pakodas and had a hearty snacks with pakoda and chai during the evening time. And after that he went to play and enjoyed the day fully. So I wrote it this way. So I thought this is also part of expression, that I need to express it out. So I thought I am expressing it in this way, in a much better way. So I thought why not to go it this way. So
you gave it a beautiful start, particularly, right?
Yes, ma'am. So because I thought ma'am, that is a monotonous wala thing. Every time I am doing it, I am not getting in. So I thought, I need to change something. So I changed this one this time, and I think that worked for me.
So you did it for PPDT?
No, ma'am, not PPDT, in
For
TAT.
TAT,
TAT stories.
right. Okay, very good. Yeah, that was actually a very nice idea that people could even think of. Right. Okay, now I'll talk about your interview. As you said, interview is your favorite part, right? So what type of questions you encountered generally? But in your previous attempts, कैसे questions आप आंसर नहीं कर पा रहे थे जो अब की बार आप कर पाए हो, या फिर कुछ भी ऐसा कि आपको लग रहा हो कि this one is trickier in the interview and I need to work for that, तो वैसा वाला कुछ भी है तो?
Earlier, ma'am, I felt कि where I used to get stuck, ma'am, is like my 10th में मेरे 89.6% आए थे. मतलब 9.4 CGPA I got. In 12th I got 59.6%. So interview would be every time he would be laughing. 90 percentile से 60 में आने में कितना मजा आया प्रकाश. I would be explaining to him कि सर नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. I was this that ऐसा हो गया, ये हो गया, वो हो गया. मतलब every time I would be like कि यार उनको explain करता था, and from their face I would feel like उनको satisfied. They were not satisfied with the answer. They were feeling कि बस excuse बना रहा है, पढ़ने का तो कोई भी पढ़ लेता है. This time he asked me, I was thinking कि इस बार I would be straight and forward. He asked me, Prakash, 89% से 56, 59 पे आगे तुम, what was the reason behind? बोला सर मैंने पढ़ा ही नहीं था. बोला पढ़ा क्यों नहीं? बोला सर खेल रहा था. बोला क्या खेल रहे थे? बोला सर फुटबॉल हॉकी सब खेल रहा था. सर तो सब वही खेल रहा था. तो नहीं खेलने का मतलब तुम्हें तो, मतलब you can justify कि खेल रहे थे तो पढ़ा नहीं. बोला नहीं सर, it is not justified. I agree to that. But sir I was more into games. तो सर पढ़ नहीं पाया. वरना पहले से 10th के पहले मैं कोई गेम नहीं खेलता था. देख लो मेरे परसेंटेज इतने अच्छे हैं. तो ही सेड कि ओके तो जस्टिफाई है ये. बोला नहीं सर जस्टिफाइड तो नहीं है. मुझे और वर्क करना चाहिए था. तो ही वाज बेसिकली ट्राइंग टू ही वाज ट्राइंग टू मेक मी फील कि तुम मतलब आई यूज्ड टू मतलब मुझे टीचर्स के बारे में बताना है कि ये टीचर्स अच्छे थे या नहीं थे. तो ही आस्क्ड मी अगेन ए क्वेश्चन कि वहाँ के टीचर्स कैसे थे. मैंने सर मिलिट्री स्कूल इंडिया में 5 हैं एंड दे हैव द मोस्ट अमेजिंग फैकल्टी. So sir, they were already best at their parts. That's why they were teaching us. So he was trying कि ये teachers के बारे में कुछ बोले. But I was like कि no sir मेरी गलती थी. I didn't study. There is no fault of teachers. So sir मैं पढ़ रहा. So this time I didn't try to explain कि सर ये हो गया ऐसे हो गया ऐसे हो गया. I was just straightforward कि सर नहीं हुआ क्योंकि मैं पढ़ नहीं रहा था. पढ़ क्यों नहीं रहा था? सर खेल रहा था. So it was just कि ठीक है चलो खेल रहे थे. It's okay. तो चलो तुम्हारे PIQ में दिख रहा है कि तुम खेल रहे थे. बोला हाँ सर खेल ही रहा था. अब क्या करता, नहीं हो पाया सर. और अगेन बोला कि फिर भी कुछ तो होगा प्रकाश, कहीं नहीं पढ़ा होगा, कुछ तो होगा. टेल मी समथिंग, कुछ तो बताओ कि स्टडीज में क्यों नहीं पढ़ने का मन करता था, खेलने का क्यों मन करता था. आई वुड से कि सर एग्जाम मींस आई इंटरव्यू में बीच में ऐसा हो गया था कि ही स्टार्ट सेइंग कि ना इफ यू फाइंड इट ओके इन हिंदी तो हिंदी में बात करते हैं. तो आई सेड ठीक है सर मिक्स अप कर लेते हैं ना, हिंदी में ज्यादा मैं कंफर्टेबल दोनों में हूं बट मिक्स अप कर लेते हैं ना, इट वुड बी बेटर. ही सेड ओके एज योर विश प्रकाश, वी विल गो ऑन. तो आई सेड कि सर 10th में फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन आई आंसर यू सेड 10th में ना एक रात पहले पढ़ता था ना तो 90% आ जाते थे. सर 11th 12th में सोचा 2 रात पहले पढ़ लूंगा. मैंने 2 रात पहले पढ़ा, सर नहीं आए.
राइट.
ही वाज लाइक कि अच्छा ओके तो भ्रम में जी रहे थे तुम. बोला हाँ सर भ्रम में तो था.
So basically you accepted your mistake and you beautifully portrayed it as well, है ना. आपने कुछ भी स्टोरीज बनाने की कोशिश नहीं करी इस बार में.
Yes ma'am, I thought कि this time I would go frank कि ठीक है सर नहीं आया तो it's my mistake, I accept that. But it's like we get defensive at that point कि कम नंबर आए तो डिफेंसिव हो जाओ थोड़ा कि नो सर ऐसा हो गया. But why to be defensive? Because you have cleared UPSC exam to appear for this interview. तो डिफेंसिव क्यों होना है? कुछ किया है तभी तो यहाँ तक पहुंचे. तो yes, why to be defensive? भले नंबर ना आए बट एग्जाम तो क्लियर किया ना मैंने.
Definitely. So yeah, like actually it's a very good point and it's for everybody guys. If you're going, please accept, है ना, whatever you have done wrong और जो आपके साथ सही नहीं हुआ. Instead of blaming others, अब कोई भी बोल देगा कि हाँ टीचर्स ने पढ़ाया नहीं, क्लासेस नहीं हो रहे थे, कुछ भी वैसा. So it is like you're blaming your cause to others.
Yes,
so वो better वही है कि we accept, right? Very important. Yes. Yeah. Okay. And apart from that, what generally technical questions or something of that sort कि defense related किस टाइप के questions आपसे पूछे गए थे जिसके लिए आपने पहले से प्रिपेयर किया होगा शायद.
मुझे मैम रैंक स्ट्रक्चर पूछा गया था आर्मी का, तो वो तो रटे हुए थे तो आई जस्ट वेंट इट ऑन एंड ऑन. तो फिर यस की कौन सा रेजिमेंट ज्वाइन करना है? सर आर्मर्ड रेजिमेंट, आर्मर्ड ज्वाइन करना है सर. बोला आर्मर्ड में, फिर आर्मर्ड आपको आर्मर्ड में तो ठीक है आप कर लोगे ज्वाइन. फिर सेकंड ऑप्शन बोला सर इन्फेंट्री. बोला कि चलो तीसरा ऑप्शन बताओ। बोला सर तीसरा ऑप्शन तो नहीं है। तो बोला कि नहीं, फौजों में ना 3 ऑप्शन देते हैं, तो तुम्हें तीसरा बताना पड़ेगा। तो आई डोंट नो व्हाट केम इनटू माय माइंड, मैंने मुंह से बोला मैकेनाइज्ड इन्फेंट्री। तो ही सेड कि ओके, तो डिफरेंस पता है इन्फेंट्री में इन्फेंट्री में? बोला यस सर। तो बोला बताओ। तो ऐसे सर इन्फेंट्री आर दोस पीपल जो फुट पे जाते हैं सर, और देयर वेपन्स आर दिस दिस दिस। और मैक इन्फेंट्री सर, वो जो इन्फेंट्री, मतलब मुझे आई डिडंट हैड आइडिया कि मैक इन्फेंट्री होता क्या है उतना। सो आई जस्ट सेड कि सर इन्फेंट्री जो आगे सर पैदल चलते हैं, और मैक इन्फेंट्री सर ना जो पीछे गाड़ी से आते हैं। आई जस्ट
ओके
एंड आई स्टॉप्ड देयर मैम, बिकॉज मुझे पता नहीं था मैं इन्फेंट्री होता क्या है, मतलब एक्चुअली। क्योंकि मुझे, मैं प्रिपेयर करके गया ही नहीं था, मैं आर्मर्ड प्रिपेयर करती है इन्फेंट्री, उसके अलावा प्रिपेयर ही नहीं करा था। तो ही सेड कि तो उनके 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 पास कौन कौन सी चीजें होती है, तो मुझे पता था मैं, एक बीएमपी व्हीकल होती है वो होता है। तो सर एक बीएमपी व्हीकल पता है, और सर क्या होता है उसके आगे सर मुझे कुछ नहीं पता। ही सेड ओके ओके चलो कोई बात नहीं, नहीं पता तो विल गो मूव ऑन मूव ऑन। मैंने ओके सर। तो मैम
राइट
इतने दिनों में, मतलब इन ऑल माय इंटरव्यूज मुझसे सिर्फ यही पूछा गया, इसी बार पूछा गया डिफेंस के बारे में। अदरवाइज दे वोंट आस्क मी फॉर इट, आई डोंट नो व्हाई, बिकॉज़ मे बी आई फ्रॉम आरएमएस, सो दे फील इट कि चलो इसको पता ही होगा,
या
मे बी दे डोंट आस्क अबाउट इट।
ओके एनी पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चंस रिगार्डिंग फैमिली या फिर कुछ वैसे क्वेश्चंस जो आपको लगता है कि प्रिपेयर नहीं करे होंगे तो नहीं आंसर कर सकते हैं?
यस मैम, आई एवरी टाइम आई यूज्ड टू थिंक कि चलो ठीक है, कोई छोटी छोटी बातें होंगी, पापा के बारे में पूछेंगे, मम्मी के बारे में, सिस्टर के बारे में, तो बता दूंगा। बट दे आस्क्ड मी दिस टाइम कि हाउ यू मैनेज योर, मतलब हाउ मच पॉकेट मनी यू गेट प्रकाश, एंड हाउ यू मैनेज इट। तो सो आई टोल्ड हिम कि इन स्कूल सर 300 मिलते थे पॉकेट मनी, और 2 हफ्ते महीने में 2 आउट पास मिलता था। तो सर एक में 150 खर्च करता था, अगले में 150 खर्च करता था, तो इजी था सर। बोला अभी क्या है? तो मैंने बोला सर रहता तो गांव में हूँ, तो सर पॉकेट मनी नाम की कोई चीज तो होती है नहीं वैसे तो, बट एज यू से कि ठीक है, कभी जरूरत पड़ी तो सीधा पापा से मांग लेता था। तो ही वुड से कि चलो नहीं, फिर भी होती है ना, कितने रुपए मांगते थे? मैंने सर जरूरत नहीं है कि मतलब हर महीने मांगू ही मैं। इट्स लाइक कि जरूरत पड़ी तो मांग लिया, नहीं पड़ी तो सर नहीं मांगा। ठीक है, इतने में काम चल जाता था सर, बिना पैसों के भी, तो ठीक है हम काम चला लेते थे। तो ही वाज लाइक कि चलो फिर भी कोई एक अमाउंट होगा जो देते होंगे, मतलब ही वाज ट्राइंग टू आस्क मी अबाउट अमाउंट कितना देते हैं। मैं सर
राइट
पता नहीं कितना अमाउंट सर लेता हूँ, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर, बट सर हाँ इट्स अराउंड की जब जरूरत पड़ती है सर, कभी कैलकुलेट किया नहीं बैठ के। हाँ अगर कैलकुलेट करूंगा तो सर बता सकता हूँ। तो ही सेड नो नो, इतना टाइम नहीं है कैलकुलेट करने का, छोड़ो छोड़ दो। ओके सर।
राइट सो बेसिकली ही वांटेड टू नो अबाउट योर मनी मैनेजमेंट है ना?
यस मैम, because
ओके
they compare it from your their in PIQ we write na parents income and all, so they
या
compare you with that अपने income में, how you are spending it, आप कितना spend कर रहे हो, how effectively you are spending it, so they
डेफिनेटली
basically try to find that out.
ओके नाउ व्हाट अबाउट योर कॉन्फ्रेंस लाइक हाउ वाज द कॉन्फ्रेंस?
तब कॉन्फ्रेंस में चली नहीं मेरी ज्यादा देर, तो मतलब आई वेंट एंड आई हैड 2 or 2.5 minute of waiting time, that was the actual time, मतलब everybody was waiting for that. 2 and 2.5 minute was normal timing for everyone, so 2 and 2 minute I stayed out. I went in and he was okay Prakash, how was the food, how was the stay? I said obviously fine sir, amazing it was. Bola what do you think it made, what made the stay amazing for you? बोला सर
राइट
दिस वाज द सेम रूटीन व्हाट आई यूज्ड टू फॉलो इन स्कूल, तो सर ये अगर रूटीन मुझे यहाँ फॉलो करने को मिलता है तो आई स्टार्ट फीलिंग दैट आई एम बैक टू माय स्कूल। तो ही सर ओके ठीक है, तो और कितने दोस्त बनाए यहाँ पे? सर ढेर दोस्त तो सारे हैं। बोला कितने फिर भी होंगे ना क्लोजर वंस? बोला सर 10-12 क्लोजर वंस है। बोला 10-12 बना लिए? बोला हाँ सर बहुत सारे बना लिए। बोला ठीक है, तो फिर 10-12 तो बना लिए, तो तुम्हें क्या लगता है कौन कौन रिकमेंड होगा तुम्हारे
ओके
दोस्तों में से? तुम आई गेव चेस्ट नंबर 28 एंड चेस्ट नंबर 20। बोला क्यों, वही दोनों क्यों होंगे? तो ना सर 28 क्योंकि सर मेरे चेस्ट नंबर के जस्ट बाद हुआ था इसलिए, और 20 सर क्योंकि वो ना ऑलरेडी रिकमेंडेड है वो इसलिए।
ओके
हाँ तो ये सेट की ठीक है चलो, तो फिर तो पार्शियलिटी कर रहे हो अपने दोस्तों के साथ कि जिसका चेस्ट नंबर आ गया है उसका हो जाएगा ना? नहीं सर चेस्ट नंबर आ गया है कि बात नहीं, क्योंकि आई हैव सीन दैट पर्सन ना, कि मेरे ग्रुप में काम करता था, तो आई सॉ हिम कि ठीक है ही वाज एन एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेंट। बोला ओके ठीक है, तो बाकी कोई बेस्ट फ्रेंड बनाया? बोला हाँ सर चेस्ट नंबर 26 इज माय बेस्ट फ्रेंड। तो ये सेट की 26 को तुम्हें क्या लगता है 26 का नहीं होगा? फिर तुमने उसका नाम नहीं लिया। बोला सर अब बेस्ट फ्रेंड है इसका मतलब ये जरूरी ना कि उसका मैं उसका नाम ले लूं हर बार। तो ही सेट की नहीं फिर भी बेस्ट फ्रेंड है तो उसका तो तुम चाहोगे होने के लिए। तो मैंने बोला मैम सर वो बाहर ना मुझे मिला था जस्ट नंबर 26, अभी वो टॉकिंग बाहर बैठ के ना वी टॉकिंग कि ना नाम पूछे ना तो तू मेरा मत लेना मैं तेरा नहीं लूंगा। सो मैं तो बाहर ना बात करते कि मेरा नाम मत लेना, तो मैंने नहीं लिया। ओके तो पैक्ट है तुम दोनों के बीच में? हाँ सर पैक्ट था। बोला ओके प्रकाश इट वाज गुड टॉकिंग टू यू, ओके यू कैन वेट फॉर योर रिजल्ट्स आउटसाइड। तो कॉन्फ्रेंस 2-2.5 मिनट चली मेरी, उससे ज्यादा चली नहीं। and I
इट वाज
just
नाइस वैसे जो आपने कॉन्वर्सेशन करा वहां पे, वरना जनरली पीपल आर वेरी मच स्ट्रेस्ड बिफोर देयर कॉन्फ्रेंस, नो, कि हाउ दे विल फेस द एसएसएस इन द यूनिफॉर्म विद द स्टार्स ऑन एंड लाइक दे आर नॉट एबल टू इवन टॉक.
yes
So that
ma'am.
confidence which you had was like really amazing at that time, I guess.
Yes ma'am.
ओके, नाउ आई विल आस्क अबाउट द मेडिकल्स. है ना, बहुत बच्चे ऐसे जिनको पता ही नहीं है मेडिकल्स में हो क्या रहा है, क्या प्रिपरेशन करके जाना चाहिए, क्या बेसिक चेकअप्स दे कैन डू एंड द प्रोसेस आल्सो. अभी काफी लोग ऑलरेडी रेकमेंडेड है हु माइट बी वेटिंग फॉर द मेडिकल्स. सो आप उनके लिए क्या सजेशंस देना चाहोगे?
मेडिकल्स में मैम प्रिपरेशन तो मैम जो इफ इट समथिंग रॉन्ग इनसाइड तो फिर आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते, बट आउटसाइड एट आउटस्कर्ट्स आप कर सकते हो कि एक बार जाने से पहले आई चेकअप करा लो, अपने अपने अपना ईएनटी ईयर वाला चेकअप करा लो, नोज चेकअप करा लो एक बार अपने. एंड अलॉन्ग विद दैट मैम होता है ना कि किसी का नॉक नहीं आ रही है तो किसी के मतलब क्यूबिटस बल्गस एक होता है वो आ रहा है, मतलब हाथ अगर टेढ़े हो थोड़े, मतलब एंगल से ज्यादा हो, तो आप
एंगुलर, या
हाँ आप एक्सरसाइज कर सकते हो, कोई फिजियोथेरेपी से मिल सकते हो, आप अपने फ्लैट फीट चेक करवा सकते हो. तो दिस आर द बेसिक जो आप करके जा सकते हो, आपको जाना चाहिए करके. मतलब मेडिकल्स हो या ना हो, आप एसएसबी पहले ये सब करके जाओ, ताकि यू नीड टू बी श्योर कि ठीक है मैं अपनी तरफ से तो बेस्ट जा रहा हूँ, जो होगा वो तो बाकी देख लेंगे. तो ये सब चीजें मैं मेडिकल्स में एटलीस्ट ये सब चीजें करके जानी चाहिए.
ओके, राइट. सो नाउ आई विल टॉक अबाउट योर हॉबीज. जैसे आपने बोला कि आपने कुकिंग सीख ली थी, उसके अलावा व्हाट आर हॉबीज यू हैड एंड व्हिच हेल्प्ड यू इन योर रिकमेंडेशन एज वेल इन एसएसबी?
And maybe the best thing I would say that happened to me was that I started reading Hindi literature, ma'am. That was the best thing that, like, my favorite book was Rashmi Rati. I have read that around 40-50 times.
Okay.
That is a poem basically written on that glorifying Karn, the character in Mahabharata. That he's also always called a villain character, but in this book Dinkar has written that no, he is not a villain, he is a hero. So he has portrayed his whole of the life in a poetry form. So it's around 180-190 pages. I would have read it so many times. There are so many lines that would amaze you throughout the books. Like I am in Hindi literature, so I am more into it. So I more into Hindi wala belt, like Bihar and UP is the Hindi belt.
Right.
So I find it more connected. Ki, these are the lines that you can follow in your lifetime also. These are the something that would motivate you every time. That हार गए तो मतलब क्या हो गया, there's nothing to be afraid of, that you are fearing, that nothing to be afraid कि हार गए, so it's okay, that's just a part. Like Karn has lost all its way in his life, but at last he was victorious. In history his name is written in a golden letters, because भले वो he was opposing to the truth, but he is still written as a golden letter because he had some value that you need to inculcate as a, like it was a, like in story है कि कर्ण के पास कुछ भी कोई मांगने आता तो he used to give it.
Yeah.
So Indra came to ask, and he asked कि मैं मांगूंगा नहीं, अगर तुम नहीं दे पाए तो बेइज्जती हो जाएगी तुम्हारी. And he was like कि ठीक है आप मांगिए, आपको जो मांगना है you can ask for me. So there is a line कि डोले मूल अचल पर्वत का या डोले ध्रुव तारा, नहीं डोल सकता है वचन हमारा. It means कि आप दुनिया में जो नई चीजें हिलती है ना वो भी हिलने लग सकती है, लेकिन मैंने जो एक बार कह दिया वो कभी नहीं हिलेगा. So it's just कि you need to inculcate, you can inculcate that in yourself also, that if you are a man of your words, everybody will believe in you, everybody can trust you blindly, and they can have a blind faith on you. So why not to do that? That is a better thing that can improve your personality into it.
Definitely.
And along with that, this book has got something like many lines are there. Some I remember that one is जो लाक्षागृह में जलते हैं वही सूरमा निकलते हैं. It means कि जो difficulties में जाता है ना वही आगे बढ़ता है. अगर difficulties नहीं आए तो you won't go out. आप वहीं के वहीं रह जाओगे. There are many lines which motivate me, as well as I have been through this book a lot many times. So this was the thing that happened. Best thing happened to me. Along with that, ma'am, my hobby in school, we used to play football a lot, and we used to watch football a lot. So following football news all over the globe, every league, La Liga, it's Bundesliga, or any Premier League, every league, like on Saturday and Sunday, it would be my fixed time कि रात को Saturday, Sunday, no disturbance, only football. तो दिन में सारे काम कर लेने हैं, फुटबॉल देखना है रात को बैठ के. अच्छे मैचेस आते हैं प्रीमियर लीग के, ला लीगा के, बैठ के बढ़िया देखेंगे. चैंपियंस लीग के मैचेस आते हैं तो we would watch that. So that was the hobby. I think that also helped me in clearing those things in my SSB, ma'am, because sports is a field जो आपको हर जगह हेल्प करेगा. You learn everything on sports. हमारे पीटीआई सर थे वो हमेशा कहते जिसने खेला नहीं उसने कुछ नहीं किया. तो at least So वहाँ से यहाँ पे मैम खेलने को नहीं मिल पाता है ग्राउंड, such big grounds and all. School we had lot of grounds, तो मैम स्कूल में the first priority was playing, second was sleeping and third was studying. So
Okay.
yes ma'am, so it was कि चलो ठीक है football है तो football I used to watch, and these all the things that I started doing it, and I feel कि मैम these all things kept me balanced, because होता है लाइफ में कि it's like कि प्रिपरेशन में कि हम बस पढ़ते पढ़ते रहते हैं, but it's not always that. So it gets a monotonous routine. So
Right.
So it should not get monotonous. It should be a balanced one. You can have fun also. You can have your special time also. You can have your special time with your friends, with your family. You can have some time with your books also. So there had to be a mix up of everything. So hobbies basically do this also. This only. They will relax you. They will soothe you down when you are tensed. So my favorite thing was जब मैं tensed होता था मैं anytime if it is I am tensed, I would read this book. अगर book से काम नहीं चल रहा तो music on करके देख लिया, music on करके सुन लिया, तो that would be the thing that जो relax कर देती. So these were the hobbies. I did it, and I think that helped a lot in achieving my goal.
Okay, as you said, you used to read many books, है ना? जैसे आपने अभी एक book बताई. Can you name some of the books which aspirants should read and which will help them in keeping their motivation up?
Yes, ma'am. If I am basically into Hindi literature, so ma'am, I would suggest them Hindi literature books. First one is Rashmi Rathi. Rashmi Rathi, that is a must-read book for everyone. The current story, Rashmi Rathi. What I feel is whoever is starting, the language is so simple that you would just understand whatever it is being said. Second one is ma'am Parshuram Ki Pratiksha. The same has been written by Dinkar. And third one is ma'am that I used to read is Kurukshetra by Dinkar. And along with that ma'am some stories of Premchand like Gaban, Godan, Karma Bhumi. And these all are the basic books which I started reading from this, and there only I got interest. Like it's like we just take up a book कि आज ये book पढ़ लेते हैं. वो that if that level is higher, हमारे समझ में नहीं आती तो book हम आगे पढ़ नहीं पाते.
Right.
So it's कि start from the basics. Like Rashmi Rathi, I started. Language was so simple that I got fascinated कि अरे यार बहुत अच्छा लिखा है, कुछ और पढ़ते हैं. इसी को 2-4 बार और पढ़ लेते हैं. So these are the things. These were the books. So I would suggest कि everybody must.
Definitely. So those were like actually the way you talked about the book. ना everybody now would want to read them. उनको खुद को ही लगेगा कि यार पढ़ लेते इतने अच्छे से बता रहे हैं. Okay. अभी now in the entire journey, who was your role model, and what things you try to imbibe from that person which helped you in like your preparation part and the recommendation?
As compared to a role model, ma'am, I didn't had any such. कोई मतलब specific role model नहीं था. मतलब I would be means a kind of self-obsessed person I am. तो I would keep myself कि मुझे अपने का ना better अच्छा करना है बस. तो I would मेरे last page पे ना I have written it कि how प्रकाश need to be. मतलब प्रकाश को कैसा होना चाहिए. उसकी मैंने qualities लिखी जो मुझे बाकी लोगों में अच्छी लगती थी ना. कुछ qualities लिख के कि mental strength होना चाहिए, that well-being की कोई कुछ भी बोले इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ना चाहिए, that you need to be strive towards goal. कुछ चीजें लिख रखी थी मैंने लास्ट पेज पे ना 15-20 चीजें. So I would be thinking every time I am in some confusion or right, so I would just turn the page, I would just read कि ये करना है, and I would just get back to that. So the thing which I felt it कि मैम though I didn't had a role model, but I had a role model of myself in me. I used to just visualize me in future कि चलो बनोगे तो ऐसा ही बनना है, नहीं तो बनने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है तुझे. So I would be thinking कि चलो खुद को रोल मॉडल मान के खुद को अच्छा करते रहो. Why to be keeping someone की, because मैम दूसरों में ना मतलब you find it कि चलो कुछ good things है तो some flaws are also there. So
Definitely.
tend to ask you कि चलो ये good है उसके बारे में तो ये flaw है उसके बारे में, then why you are following it. So why to be in any discussion or something, why to be in any dispute. खुद को रोल मॉडल बना लो, खुद को तो अच्छा ही दिखाना होता है, तो you would be the best one you can follow.
That is actually like again a very good way of improving our own selves. Very nice. So now I'll talk about SSB Crack exams. How was SSB Crack exams helpful in your journey, and what things you were able to take from the platform?
Basically, in starting I was not following SSB Crack exam, but there on a Telegram or somewhere I saw this channel and I joined it. Basically I joined just for purpose कि कुछ ना इसमें मुझे पता चला कि इसमें ना कुछ टॉपर्स के ना वो आते हैं, insights आते हैं. तो I read some insights, ma'am. I don't remember. I don't recall whose insight it was. means there was some mentor from SSB Crack only. He wrote it कि क्यों, मतलब it was like कि aspirants को क्या चाहिए होता है, they think that कि कोई validate करे तुम्हारे struggles को, तो और नीचे he wrote that क्यों validate करे कोई, क्यों तुम्हें पैम्पर करे, why you need to be pampered, करना तुम्हें, अचीव तुम करोगे, तुम यूनिफॉर्म तुम्हें मिलेगी, कोई तुम्हें दूसरा क्यों करेगा. So that was the thing, that stuck in my mind. So after that I started following more of the blogs of SSB Crack, like about anything about defense thing, like how to find that which plane is flying, आप देखे कैसे बता दोगे कौन सा plane है, like ballistic cruise missile में, तो basic चीजें मैम I got from this platform only. Like SSB जाने से पहले मतलब I used to follow it, but SSB जाने से पहले ना I used to scroll it on Telegram, क्योंकि वो they posted the video, उसमें देखता था कि ना जो recent developments हुए डिफेंस में वो पढ़ लेता था, और कुछ होती थी ना कि जो like you are going for Air Force, तो Air Force की बेसिक्स मिल जाती थी वहाँ, इन एक वीडियो में सब कुछ मिल जाता था. आर्मी का बेसिक्स पूरा मिल जाता था, स्ट्रक्चर क्या है, कोर कमांड क्या है, एक बार देख लो पूरा रिफ्रेश हो जाता था, वापस चले जाओ. So that was there I got a learning कि चलो there is some platform helping it out, तो चलो we can take use of that.
Definitely. So it was nice that we were doing it for that purpose only, and I hope we are trying to accomplish that. And for all those who are viewing the video as well, you guys can join the Telegram channel named at SSB Crack Exams, and you will also find those insights at your single click. Right. Okay. Now I'll talk about your plans before going to the academy. And I know you are recommended. You are like medically fit also. So अभी तो बस academy जाने की तैयारी है. So what you will be doing before that? What are your plans?
Plans तो भी ज्यादा नहीं है, but yes, first thing is कि भी friends होंगे, मतलब आज एनडीए में पीओपी है, मेरे कुछ फ्रेंड्स हैं एनडीए में, अभी कुछ आईएमए में हैं, अराउंड मेरे 18 ऑफ माय फ्रेंड्स आर इन डिफरेंट एकेडमीज. तो भी हम सारे आएंगे तो वी विल हैव अ पार्टी टुगेदर, फॉर रिकमेंडेशन की पार्टी होती है हमारे में, तो मतलब देना, मतलब इट्स कंपल्शन कि आपको देना ही देना है, यू कांट से नो टू दैट. तो दे वुड कम एंड पहले तो पार्टी करनी है सबसे फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट थिंग. एंड सेकंड थिंग आई एम ट्राइंग टू डू इज कि थोड़ा मतलब गेम्स और स्पोर्ट्स थोड़ा खेलना शुरू कर देना चाहता हूँ, बिकॉज देयर हैज बीन अ गैप ऑफ 2 and 3 years, तो थोड़े स्किल्स लैगिंग हो रहे हैं कहीं पे. तो मे बी दैट, बिकॉज माय फ्रेंड्स यूज्ड टू टेल मी कि एकेडमी में खेलने का बहुत स्कोप है, अच्छे से खेलोगे तो बहुत मजे आएंगे. तो इट्स लाइक कि चलो ठीक है, तो व्हाई नॉट टू डू इट. सो आई वुड बी डूइंग दैट. अलोंग विद दैट मैम तीसरी चीज तो अभी कुछ सोचा नहीं है, बट यस आई एम ट्राइंग टू लर्न फ्लूट आल्सो.
What?
Flute.
Okay. So you are
yes,
trying to work upon your soft skills and again your sports as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay. So okay, Prakash, it was actually very nice talking with you. आपने बहुत सारी चीजें already बता दी है. Final tip which you want to give for those who are going for the SSB for the first time, or those who have been facing the failures for the multiple times and now will be fighting back again.
For everyone, ma'am, I would like to give 2 suggestions. First one, that in SSB you are not competing against anyone. Just remember that you are not competing against anyone in SSB. ग्रुप में भी हो आप तो आप compete नहीं कर रहे हो ग्रुप से. आपको नहीं कि आपको किसी के साथ disagree ही करना है, agree ही करना है. No, you are just not competing. You are just a different individual there. वहाँ पे अलग अलग individuals को check कर रहे हैं, तो आप अलग ही रहो. Don't try to कि यार उसने अच्छा कर दिया ये वाला टास्क, तो अगले टास्क में ना उससे अच्छा मैं करूँगा. नहीं करना है. आप जितना कर पाते हो उतना कर लो. आप होता है ना कि हम भी फाइंड की यार मैं ये लिखूंगा तो असेसर्स को कैसा लगेगा, ये करूंगा तो असेसर को कैसा लगेगा. तो व्हाट आई यूज्ड टू सिंपली थिंक कि असेसर्स को ये असेस करने के लिए पैसे मिल रहे हैं, मुझे पैसे नहीं मिल रहे हैं असेस करने के लिए, तो मुझे जो मन में आएगा वो करूंगा. असेस करने के लिए वो बैठे हुए हैं, तो दे वुड डू देयर जॉब, क्योंकि उनको पैसे मिल रहे हैं. मैं पेड नहीं हो रहा उसके लिए. मैं बस पेड किस लिए हो रहा हूँ कि मुझे एसएसबी में बुलाया गया कि यू प्रोजेक्ट जो तुम क्या हो, तो मैं बस प्रोजेक्ट करूंगा और मजे करूंगा. डोंट टेक इट कि वहाँ एसएसबी में यू आर गोइंग विद मतलब सम 8 or 10 बुक्स वहां पे आप पढ़ रहे हो रात को बैठ के कि इंटरव्यू में क्या पूछ लेगा. वो वही पूछेगा जो उसका मन है आपके वहां पढ़ने से कि नहीं ये पढ़ के आया तो से पूछता हूँ. दे नेवर आस्क. सो जस्ट गो देयर, चिल आउट, मेक लॉट ऑफ फ्रेंड्स. because ma'am, I always used to say in SSB after I come back, I always used to say to my group कि स्कूल के बाद जो मेरे बेस्ट 5 days हैं, these are my best 5 days, because you live those 5 days to the fullest. Like वहाँ पे सेम मेंटालिटी के आपको लोग मिलेंगे, आपके सेम टाइप के लोग हैं जिससे सेम वाइब मैच हो रही होगी आपकी, तो वहाँ पे जाके बिल्कुल एंजॉय करना है. डोंट टेक इट प्रेशर कि यार इंटरव्यू है तो आप इंटरव्यू है तो जब आएगा तो चले जाएंगे इंटरव्यू में रेडी होके ना, तो 2 दिन पहले से तैयार होके बैठने क्या फायदा है. तो इट जस्ट की गो देयर, एंजॉय योरसेल्फ, एक्सप्रेस इट आउट योरसेल्फ, जितना एक्सप्रेस कर सको खुद को बी एक्सप्रेसिव। कहते हैं लोग कि ना आई एम नॉट सो मच एक्सप्रेसिव इन सेइंग थिंग्स, लाइक सेइंग टू द थिंग्स कि अरे यार यू आर माय फ्रेंड एंड ऐसा वैसा। तो डोंट बी अफ्रेड, जस्ट बी एक्सप्रेसिव एज मच यू कैन, क्योंकि जितना एक्सप्रेसिव करोगे दैट मोर यू कैन बी यू। So there is no one better than you, so just go there, express this out. And second thing, ma'am, those who would be going, second thing I would say them कि जाने से पहले don't keep anything pre-assumed कि mind में जाके वहां पे यही करना है। Don't do it। वहां पे जाके जो हो गया उसको फिर प्रोसेस करना है कि ये हो गया, चलो ठीक है, खत्म, नेक्स्ट टास्क पे जाते हैं। एक टास्क खराब हो गया कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, दो हो गए खराब कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, अगले टास्क पे जाओ, do it better in that task, maybe you would get recommended.
Okay, so basically focus on the upcoming task and leave the task which you have done in the past only, right?
Yes, ma'am. Leave the task जहाँ खत्म वहाँ पे put a full stop. Come back enjoying from there.
Definitely. So it was really nice conversing with you, Prakash, and you've covered everything so beautifully. Thank you so much for that, and I wish you all the very best for your upcoming days in the academy. And I want to see you donning that uniform beautifully. So all the very best for that again. And thank you so much for coming to our platform and sharing this experience so beautifully.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, ma'am. Maybe it helps someone around the corner. That would be a great help for me. Thank you, ma'am.
Definitely. Thank you again. So मैं आशा करती हूँ कि आपको मिस्टर प्रकाश के इस एक्सपीरियंस से बहुत कुछ जानने को मिला होगा। अगर आपको अभी भी कुछ सवाल है, कोई डाउट है, तो आप नीचे कमेंट सेक्शन में पूछ सकते हैं। Also, please share this session with all of your friends who are going for their upcoming SSBs, and hope all of you will get recommended very soon and get your success. All the very best, guys. Work hard and achieve your goals. Bye bye. Take care. Jai Hind.
अगर आप एक डिफेंस एस्पिरेंट हैं और SSB इंटरव्यू, NDA, CDS, FCAT जैसे एग्जाम्स के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं तो आप SSB क्रैक एग्जाम्स के कोर्स को चेक करना ना भूलें। आप हमारी लर्निंग एप्लीकेशन को गूगल प्ले स्टोर से भी डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं।